Hi, welcome to Happier SLF. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about the first step that I took toward learning to love myself more, which is answering a fundamental question. Why do I deserve to be loved? Or what is there to love about me? I recently made a video about self-love and why it's so important for being a happier person. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it here in case you need it to be more motivated. And if you're already motivated and you know why self-love is so worth the work that you put into it, then let's continue. So based on my experience, the first step in learning to love yourself more is being convinced that you are lovable, that you deserve love, right? If you're not convinced, you can say, I love me, I'm so great, I'm beautiful, I'm precious, all that stuff, and then end up with the same feeling at the end of it. So what you might want to do, what I did that really worked for me, is answer that question for yourself. Why do you deserve to be loved? You can sit down and write about it. You can make an audio note on your phone. You can make a video for yourself. You can talk in the mirror if that's your thing. Why do I deserve to be loved? What is there to love about me? A good way to start answering that question is, why do I not deserve to be loved? Right? So you might want to start with saying I love you to yourself, right? If it feels icky and if it feels like you can't take it in, then ask yourself, why do I not deserve to be loved? Do you see weird things in yourself that you don't like? Do you see things that you consider ugly? Do you think that you're a special case of an F up? Do you feel like you have too many negative traits? What is there that makes you not deserve to be loved, right? Think about that. Because if you're not convinced that you deserve love, then all the work that you do toward it may go to waste. Because deep inside, you don't have that conviction, right? And then if you find those things in yourself, any differences that you might have from other people that you consider lovable, then ask yourself, what does that person have that I don't? Or how is that person different from me? And then think of why that person is different, because they were born with different genes to different parents and at different circumstances and time and place compared to you, right? Whereas anyone born in the exact same situation, setting, everything the same, would end up being exactly like that person. The same is true for you. Everything has a cause. I talked about this in my last video also. Everything has a cause, and that's something that can help you with answering this question. Everything has a cause. If you see things in yourself that you don't like, fine, you can work on them and you can start to change them, because now, this moment, you have control over. But if you look back, blaming yourself is kind of irrational, because at each moment you did whatever you could at that moment. That includes hesitations. That includes laziness, which is a word I don't like, because there's always a reason why someone is unmotivated. Lazy is just, anyway, that's another story, right? Anything you've done is a result of something else, is a result of something else. If this video makes a positive change in your life, then that positive change is a result of you deciding to come watch this video, and there was something that led you to decide to come watch this video, right? I hope you get the point. So sit down with that question and think about it. Think about it if it helps as someone else. Think of another random person going through the same things that you went through, same exact things, and ending up like you are right now. Would you hate and resent that person, and do you think it's right to hate and resent that person? Is it right to discriminate against that person for who they are because of the trauma or the hardships or the whatever difficulties they've been through. Is that fair? If it's not fair, then why are you doing it to you? That same other person, when I said, like, think of someone that you think is worthy of love, they would have ended up like you if they were in the same exact situation moment to moment. So when you look into that, you come back to the question, what is there to love about me? Or why do I deserve love? If you truly look into that, the way I talked about it, with the mentality of everything has a cause, then you'll come to the conclusion that you deserve just as much love as every other person there is in this world. Every person without an exception. You know why? Because you are part of nature. And so is everyone else. No one is beyond it. So everything that's in you is natural. There is nothing strange or odd. Everything has a reason. Okay? You can think of yourself as a flower, a rock, or tree. They're all beautiful parts of nature, just like you are. And each of them flawed in their own ways, to different degrees. Their flaws are part of what make them lovable, just like their beautiful colors, sounds, and everything else. When you come to that place, when you're truly convinced, and you come to a place where you say, you know what? I deserve love. I am lovable just as much as everyone else. Then you have to start the second part, which is pairing the idea of yourself with positive feelings, with good feelings, with feelings of love. Why? Because you have lived a lifetime of pairing yourself with a lot of negative feelings, a lot of harsh judgments, a lot of resentment. And so because of those, you will have to repair the idea of yourself with those positive things, okay? So I am not lovable is something that's considered a core belief. A core belief is something that is, they call it core because it affects pretty much every aspect of your life. Your choice of friends, your interaction with your loved ones, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat others, all of those are influenced by the core belief that I am not lovable, right? So you will have to revisit that core belief and you will have to change it. And it's not 1 or 2 days worth of work. It takes repetition and it takes motivation. Okay? So the next things I will talk about in my future videos is ways you can do that. You can take the idea of you and positive feelings such as love and pair them together in your mind so that you can tap into that core belief of I am not lovable, because you are lovable. I promise you that. You don't have to do anything to be lovable. You're lovable as you are. If there are things in you that need to be fixed, then fine, you work on them. But what you are right now is a natural product of nature. And because of that, you are lovable. Stay tuned for my next videos in which I will share more of my experience of how I came from resenting myself and not loving myself to coming to a place of self-love, which still continues to grow and make my life better and better. If you like these videos, don't forget to hit subscribe and then the bell button so that you'll be notified when we get them. Have a beautiful day.